Welcome to Life After Service, an information, education and support community. In this module, we will discuss the permanent impairment assessment process. But before we do this, we should first understand where PI sits in the DVA client journey. We will do this through following a case study. Tom has served in the military for 10 years. During his service, he rendered warlike service through overseas deployments. As he has served longer than 1 day of continuous full-time service, he is eligible for non-liability healthcare. His warlike service also means he has met the criteria for, and should register for, qualifying service. During his deployment, Tom sustained an injury to his lower back from carrying excessive weight on patrols. The pain from his lower back never subsided and, at times, affected his mood. Despite this, he chose to voluntarily transition from defence. Unfortunately, his back injury continued to impact his life and mental health. If Tom believes his injury is service-caused, he should submit a claim. This is where a trained veterans advocate can be particularly helpful. The initial liability process starts when he submits a claim to the DVA for his back injury, which was diagnosed as a prolapsed disc, and for major depression disorder, which stems from his chronic, unresolved pain. The DVA determines that his claimed injuries and illness were service-caused and accepts liability. This entitles Tom to healthcare coverage through the specific conditions white card, rehabilitation and additional assistance at the department's expense. Tom is former serving and so already has a treating team of specialists and a GP. He can now also start the process of permanent impairment assessment to determine if he should receive compensation payments as a result of his accepted conditions. To be eligible for PI compensation payments, the impairment from your accepted conditions must be assessed at 10 impairment points or more, except in the case of hearing loss, loss of fingers or toes, and loss of taste or smell, where only 5 impairment points are required. In the next segment, we will explain the PI assessment process, how PI is calculated, and what your payment options are. Thank you for coming on this journey to Life After Service.